Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Brev. Welcome to another episode of What Would Brev Do? This is the series where we play an entire ranked game and I talk about what's going on in my head the entire time. Pretty similar lineup to last episode. We're going to try PCA in center field because this is a card a lot of you guys have been wanting me to try. Apparently, a lot of you guys are having tons of success with him, so he's going to be in center field for us. And we are playing Khalil Watson instead of Bryson Stott at shortstop just for a bit of a mix-up. But this game is going to be all about Bobby Miller. We are finally given a start to the ace of the new Future Stars program. Card is disgusting. One of my favorite pitchers right now. And we're at 867, so all things considered, unless we get super unlucky, if we win 2 in a row, I think we're into World Series. So having Bobby Miller on the bump is going to help us out a lot. Obviously, Bobby Miller's stuff is crazy good. He's got outlier on the four-seamer and a sinker to go along with it. His control and his off-speed is not terribly great, but hopefully I can feature just how good of a card he is in this gameplay. I think it's super important with a guy like Miller to be constantly aware of your opponent's strengths and weaknesses and try to be a step ahead of them as they try to adjust, because a guy like Miller, if you queue into someone that just can't hit a four-seam, then it's important that you take advantage of that and spam lots of four-seams. But also be conscious of the fact that they could turn it around at some point. So more so than other cards, I guess you could say, long story short, I think it's pretty important to recognize how your opponent's doing as a hitter, bat speed wise, and try to figure out if they have an approach. Because some guys really struggle against Miller, so they just like go in with a standard approach. Like I know some people just sit fastball, that's like their approach the whole game. So I have no problem spamming sinkers and off speed if I think that's what my opponent's doing until they adjust. We're actually hitting against Jackson Jobe, which is awesome. Another card we featured in these videos recently, and a card that I love. His changeup is really gross. Against Jobe early in the count, I usually try to look for either hanging sliders or just fastballs. I try to stay away from the changeup since sometimes it's kind of hard to read the break, and I don't really want to swing at a changeup that's not in the strike zone early in the count. In general, we're trying to be patient at the beginning of the game anyway, just to try to figure out what our opponent likes to do. 2-2 count here, got to be wary of the slider down at our feet. And yeah, his changeup's so good. We barely foul that off. He doubles up on it. I imagine he comes four-seamer slider here because he probably does not want to walk me. That is a disgusting slider. I thought I struck out. What a beautiful pitch. I don't know how I fouled that, to be honest. That was the perfect spot. And a beautiful two-seam. We got absolutely dotted that at bat. Should be a good game. Based on how our opponent just sequenced us, I can already tell he's a very good pitcher. So we've got a lot to figure out, I suppose, as a hitter. But that's why we take a bunch of pitches in the beginning too. That at bat kind of could have gone a little bit differently, even if he just missed his spot in a 3-2 count, we would add Brujan for free on base. So not only are we getting some information, but we almost got a guy on base just by being patient. Man, his off-speed feels so slow. This card's pretty hard to hit, I swear. Try to backdoor the circle change up there. That definitely seems to be a pitch he wants to use with 2 strikes, which makes sense. Another two-seam. Oh, that was a four-seam. Another fastball, though, in a 3-2 count. We're able to pull it down the line for just a single. That's the beautiful Justin Foscue slap swing. And we'll see if we can do some damage here. This is a good spot to be in as a hitter against Joe, because basically the only way he can get a double play on you is by getting you to swing early at a circle change or a two-seam. So we will try to stay away from doing that. We don't have a sinker to worry about or anything like that, so we're just going to look for stuff in the zone. 3-1, he definitely does not have to throw us a strike here. He put that in a good spot, though. I'm not going to send the runner just because 48 speed is too slow, and he's probably going change up here. He tried to backdoor a slider and walked us. Beautiful. Solid at bat from Devers. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to start being a bit more aggressive. Maybe after the Stanton at bat, as long as I don't make a double play. He's throwing us some cookies early in the count, these last 2 at bats. That's a beautiful dot. I just took 3 strikes at a bat. Big sad. Alright, I think I'm going to look for off speed early in the count this at bat, try to do some damage. That is the opposite of damage. What a horrible end to that inning. That might be the worst hitting half inning I've had in a long time. Everything went wrong there for us execution-wise. Let's try to have Bobby Miller keep it close for us, though. So Bobby Miller, in general, I really like throwing the sinker more than anything. Not only does it have a ton of break, but because he has an outlier on the four-seam, it allows you to go both up and down with your velocity, right? If you're spinning four-seam all the time, you can basically only go down. Whereas if you're sitting sinker most of the time, you can go up or down. It's a little bit harder to hit. So I do think sinker is probably Miller's best pitch, to be honest, which is surprising. But there's not a whole lot to say about this card. He's pretty standard, like, four-seam outlier slider guy. If you used DeGrom last year, he's like DeGrom with a sinker, which when you think about it is pretty gross. This guy's being very disciplined. I am going to try to see if he'll bite on this sinker below the zone, though. See how much he's protecting. He did bite, but fouls it off. And we'll try to go splitter. We're really looking for a double play here. And it looks like we're going to get it, even though that was crushed. Khalil Watson making the play. And just like that, the bases are cleared up. Good swing by him, but it was just off the plate. Beautiful stuff. And you can see by us featuring the sinker instead of the four-seam, we've gotten him a bit early. It seems like he's been sitting four-seam first pitch the last couple of at-bats. So that keeps him honest and allows us to vary our speed. Again, like I said in the intro, we'll have to keep track of where his bat speed is at and what we think he's looking for throughout the game. Try to adjust from there. And he is just keeping an extremely fast bat, so that was a super easy at-bat for us to pitch with. He kind of sold out for four-seam the entire at-bat there. I don't know if he was frustrated from the double play, but we will take that for sure. Back to work on offense. And I was just about to say, I think I'm going to get a little bit more aggressive early in the count on off-speed pitches specifically, since it seems like this guy's pitching backwards a little bit, and he's kind of hanging some off-speed early in the count to try to get ahead. We took a pretty decent swing at that curveball, but a little bit under it. Kind of got launch angled a bit too, so long story short, the first inning we took a lot of sliders kind of right down the middle, which I'm not going to do this inning. First at bat for PCA. Let's see what all the hype is about. A lot of people have told me they love this card, which is surprising given the attributes don't really stand out at the plate. Just an emergency hack there. That was a good backdoor slider from him. Very weary of the changeup still. That is a perfect spot. We're lucky to foul that one off too. This is a spot where someone would typically come with a fastball now, just for variation. Man, he is dotting that two-seamer up and away to the lefties. We've rolled over on it twice. Perfect pitch 3 times in a row from him. And it's looking like this might be a long one against Job. Very good pitching from our opponent. And kind of a undisciplined hack there. I'm getting a bit frustrated as a hitter, actually. Which is strange for me because I usually don't get frustrated this early. We have got to figure it out, though. But yeah, given how much our opponent has been sitting four-seam here, he's going to get a healthy dose of not four-seamers for the time being. I really hate pitching inside to Foscue. Hopefully he pulls his foul or something. Yeah, he's still just selling out almost. It's kind of crazy. Try to front door this. It's a good tunnel. Oh, didn't quite catch the corner. I don't really want to walk him here. I think it's a good spot for the four seam. He might think we're going off speed again, but he is just... Maybe this guy's been playing on legend before this game. Even when we threw the four seam, he was way out in front. Bit confused. But yeah, he just going up there hacking and selling out for four seam. Not much to say. We're gonna throw him everything but for the time being. Easy play over there. Some Devers on Devers action. And he had good timing on that swing, so maybe he's finally adjusting. We will find out. You guys can see I do this with several pitchers. When I throw splitters away, I like to throw them belt high instead of low. I just think it's a harder pitch to square up in general, and it's easier to get them to roll over on it, so that's why I do it that way. I don't always do that. Sometimes I throw them low and away, but I think belt high away splitters are really strong. This is probably a stupid pitch given our opponent's tendencies so far, but I did want to throw it at least once for show. We did get him late on it. So we'll go back to the traditional off-speed stuff here. Fights it off. Yeah, Bobby Miller's control on his off-speed is not great, but I feel like if you can get your confidence up early, that helps a ton. I feel like pitches go a lot more around where you want them to if you can get your confidence up high early in the game. Having a bad first inning with Bobby Miller, I think, is pretty bad for the card in general. It's a lot harder to bring it back than some other pitchers in the game. But a nice little pitcher's duel through the first 2 innings here. Now we got our Bobby Miller up. So we'll be taking some more pitches since it's just our pitcher. Trying to figure some stuff out. He's got a 1.72 ERA with Job. That's crazy. I can see why. Maybe he had a late release there. Trying to get me a changeup in the dirt with my pitcher up's kind of weird. I will definitely take these 2 balls he's throwing me that he did not have to do. Alright, 2-2. What pitch do we think he wants to build confidence on the most? We will find out. Just a 2-seam right down the middle, then I'm late on. Good stuff from us. Hitting with your pitcher is so hard, man. Alright, we are looking for hanging off speed early in the count from now on. That is the pitch that sucks, though. A well-placed changeup. Maybe those sliders he hung were bait. He's trying to get me to swing early. Who knows? I'm kind of just sucking, to be honest. Don't want any part of that. Saw it breaking the whole way. There's no way I hit that out, right? It's a pretty terrible swing. Dang it. I don't know what to do here offensively. I'm kind of lost. I don't know if I want to be more aggressive or more patient than I have been. The plan was to be aggressive, but he has yet to hang a slider since I made that decision, which is kind of a bummer. Hopefully Bobby can keep us in the game, though, here. Nice. So yeah, usually I have a lot more to say on the mound, but I think we can all tell what's going on here. Our opponent just has to make an adjustment with his bat speed. He's just way too fast right now. So until he does so, he's going to see sinkers and off-speed pitches. Not sure why that went so far inside. That was much better. Still very early. This is wild. I don't know, dude. Can't get a read on this guy. Oh, that almost caught the zone. Alright, we're going low and away slider again. It's the same pitch we threw last time. Hopefully he doesn't adjust. He did, in fact, adjust. So that's what we needed to see. We got lucky getting an out there. Next 3-2 count, we will absolutely not go slider. We'll probably challenge him with a four-seam. That's a very unfortunate swing result for him. And now with his pitcher up, we probably will just spam the outlier since it's so hard to catch up to with your pitcher's timing windows anyways. Seems like he was still too early. Fine, I'll go off speed. And we'll get the K. So Bobby's perfect through 3. Both of us honestly are not hitting too well. So we'll see how this game plays out as we go on here. Beautiful. Wasn't really looking for that, but with the shift on, we will take that. We'll go back to first. I don't want to get hosed. I'm surprised that ball died in the outfield. I thought that was going to roll to the wall for a double. It's a bit unfortunate. Now we got to be really wary of the changeups outside. We cannot swing early at off-speed outside here. It is easily the best pitch he can throw to get us to hit into a double play. So that is what we're trying to stay away from. We're probably looking for stuff inside that we can turn on if we can help it. That was too far inside. Great at bat here from Stanton too. Inclined to take this pitch with Watson on deck. He did just hose us one. Interesting. This has got to be a changeup. Slider, wow. Good spot for it too. Lucky that wasn't a double play. We were so early. Where is the changeup, man? It's got to be coming. Threw it inside. That was gross. Getting some foul balls I do not deserve here. That was a better swing. Good spot. This is a battle. This is such a battle. We are fighting up here. These last swings we've taken have been way better. We were very close to perfecting something. And we pretty much did on a changeup right down the middle. And we hit it 1,000 miles an hour right at the outfielder. That is incredibly frustrating. 110 off the bat, man. Oof. What an at-bat there. Spoiled by the result at the end. It's hard not to get tilted after that one. We're going to go ahead and hit into another double play. Compounding the tilt. I should have maybe paused the game after that at-bat. With how bad I've been hitting and how much I needed that, I just knew that was going to compound. I wish I was hitting better. Dang it. Ooh, I thought he hit that out. That was the worst pitch we've thrown all game. He was early on it. Sometimes those go even when you're early. Lucky break for us there.
Now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. The batter, number 2, shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. And first offering is fouled off.
Trying to figure out if he's dialing back the bat speed now. He was super late on the first four-seam we threw this inning. And he was late on that sinker we just threw as well. And then he had good timing on the splitter. Alright, this might be the point in the game where we have to flip it the other way around and start featuring more four-seam fastballs here. I'm going to throw a sinker first pitch just in case he's sitting on it. And it seems like he was. Man, what do I do now? Okay, steal a strike there. We're going to try to get him to chase this sinker low and hit another double play. That was a bit too low. Try to throw it again. Get him to swing, but he fouls it off. Super unfortunate. Now we'll try to paint him. Nice, got him swinging late. So you can see the change in approach from our opponent here, and this is why I say it's important to try to stay ahead of the game with Bobby Miller, because This guy has been sitting fastball the entire game, and now he has changed his approach, and we need to punish that by throwing him fastballs, essentially. I don't know what happened to that pitch. My thing glitched out. That kind of sucks. Is he... I don't know what he's doing here, man. We're going to throw this away just in case he's sitting on it. He'll be early. And then I think we'll tunnel the slider off. Good take. 3-2 here. Gotta be a sinker. It's been my best pitch. He should send the runner here as well. We get him to swing through it, thankfully. That was an intense at bat. Bobby's keeping us in it despite our woes at the plate. We will see if we can start doing any type of damage against Jackson Jobe.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Kicks and fires.
Just early on these two seams every time. Squared up and everything, just couldn't get the timing. Another ground out.
We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. First pitch doesn't find
PCA needs to come through here and get us going. Be awesome.
swing and a miss.
I tried to wait more on this two-seam. I can't find the timing on this pitch at all. So weird.
That's in for a strike.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome. It seems like within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at bat.
It's a huge take. Pretty common pitch you'll see from a guy with a slider primary. And he tried to tunnel it. Who is this in right? I think we're in there with 89 speed. PCA does come through with a double. Now we got an interesting decision coming up. I don't think I take Bobby Miller out, but it's going to suck if he comes up with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. I think our opponent's probably getting the pen up as well. This is a huge at-bat for Shea. We really need this to be a good at-bat.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not
He could very well pitch around us too. He's definitely not obligated to pitch to us.
That one fouled off, 2-2. For Armstrong, the runner at second with one away.
Whew, I'm surprised I fouled that off. I was super late. Good pitch. Is that really down? Why is this outfield playing so deep, man? This scoreless pitcher's duel is going to get broken up by that garbage. How come I keep playing people with their outfield so deep? It's so weird. I don't feel great about that swing, but I will not be sad about being ahead. All right, now we get Brujan up, 2 outs. We have seen 72 pitches, which I guess is a plus. Hopefully Jackson will be out of the game soon. Back-to-back 4 seams away. Interesting.
Best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. 1-2 now. That one
Nope.
inside. Now 2-2.
So worried about this 2-seam fastball. That's through. We have to hold up at third. Who do we have up now? This is a bit of a rally. Definitely a spot where our opponent could go to his bullpen. This is a huge spot in the game. We got our boy Foscue up. One of my best hitters. He throws it right down the middle. And we're barely on top of it for a routine ground out. That's big sad. Oh, that's a big missed opportunity. If we were like slightly lower on the PCI, we would have maybe been up 4-0. That pitch was right there. It's exactly what we wanted to see. I guess you could call it a makeup for the RBI double we had. It's not where I wanted that pitch. My slider control has been definitely worse these last couple innings. Woo. Man. I want to throw more fastballs, but he's only adjusting sometimes. We'll go up and in here just to see where he's at. Didn't get any info. What is he looking for at this point? Dang. Almost caught the corner twice with that pitch this game. We'll try the splitter out. Maybe he's early. He's super early. Nice. Alright, so opponent's kind of hard to read, I'm not going to lie, these last couple innings, but it feels like he's still got a bit of a fast bat. It almost feels like he's only adjusting when he's consciously telling himself to do so, which he was doing a lot more last inning than this inning. Super early on that one. Get him to line out to first. Bobby's through 5, giving up 2 hits. And going into this inning might seem kind of weird, but we do have our 3-hole up. There is some niche scenario where we are rallying and end up with like runners in scoring position and our pitcher's spot up. In which case we will probably want to pinch hit. Despite how well Bobby's pitching, that'll be a huge spot in the game. So just in case, we're going to warm someone up here to start the inning. And as always with guys with the shift on like Devers, I'm looking for stuff outside. Not to do that. Hopefully to hit the other way like I did last at bat with Devers, but we got bailed out there. I don't know why I can't figure out the timing on Job's fastball this game. It's kind of frustrating me. Our PCI is there, but we've been just consistently early on it.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Just misses with that one. Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't make the edge. Next offering is downstairs. Righty to the plate.
Oh, that was so gross. I tried to fight it off last minute. Dang. Perfect spot for that pitch. Now we gotta be really conscious of the 2-seamers away because we rolled over on it all game. Definitely do not want another double play.
Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1.
And he knows it. I'm swinging so late because I don't want to be early. This is a bit of a mind game from both of us here.
Next pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-2.
I wasn't that early. It was a 4-seamer too. Line out to center field. Dang it.
Some guys are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Oh, that was the one. So early on everything. That might get down. Dang, great sequence from him to end that inning. Again, we have pressure and don't come through. Dang. I couldn't tell you the last time I only scored 1 through 6 innings on Hall of Fame. Gotta tip our cap to our opponent for sure. I'm hoping he takes Job out here for a pinch hitter.
Tries to hold up, appeal to first. He did not go around. Righty delivers.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have doubled up there. Oh, This is getting really sketchy real fast.
Oh, just a nice job.
Job's out for sure, unless he wants to bunt, I guess.
That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low, out of the way early, stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Jock is my nemesis. This is absolutely the last person on earth I want to see step in the box right here. Ugh.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
Alright, we'll learn our lesson from last at bat and not double up on sinker.
Runner on
He's
the
going.
next offering is foul back. Nobody out, runner at first. Next offering is down low.
Everyone here understands just how quickly things could change.
Nice. Got him to chase. I think he was pressing a bit that at bat, especially with how early he swung at that first sinker we threw.
This guy one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. Next offering is in for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball.
Trying to stay away from the slider here,
They've not been able to commit to one velocity and
because it's
stay
definitely a pitch he has done damage on.
Foul ball there.
We're going to go split her out, try to get him to roll it over for a double play again, and then we'll probably go four seam 3-2.
Now it's filled up.
We'll go away with it as well. Just in case he's sitting on it, he'll be early. Huh.
3-2
Alright,
now.
hopefully this works. Woo! Late side of good. Very close to taking the lead there from him. But he was late side of good.
Stepping in, the slugging shortstop Gunner.
Scary, scary stuff. Now we just need to get Gunner out and we're chilling.
Offering is fouled off.
Miller's almost out of energy, which is surprising considering how high my confidence has been this game. Oh, he fouled it off.
Stays alive.
We have been getting him to chase these sliders, these back foot sliders. We'll try it one more time, and then I guess we'll try to paint a four seam in the same tunnel.
That's down and in. Oh, now this
That was beautiful hitting. He probably knew I was going for it.
back there ain't gone.
Oh no.
Felt good.
Huge at bat from him. Definitely.
And here is Anthony Rizzo.
I don't know. I feel like it was the right pitch to throw.
Baseman, Anthony.
I didn't think he was going to keep a fast bat 3 pitches in a row. Dang.
He'll step off and take the signs again. And that's in there for strike one.
The good news is Jackson's out of the game.
And fouled off.
So, we got 3 innings of opportunities against his bullpen, which hopefully will be a better time than what we did against his starter. I don't know how that's fouled off. Here we go.
That one in the dirt.
Dang, man. He connected on one pitch and took the lead. Let's see what he comes with out of the pen.
Your attention, please.
Josh Hader.
Back and now
Alright, we're going to leave PCA in for this at bat because he did hit a double earlier on. Probably deserves a shot. We get C-Shack up.
fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side.
And Hader's going to sequence very differently from Job, so
1-0.
I don't really know what to expect here.
Reliever that excels in really tough situations, those high leverage spots. It seems like he's at his best in these situations, and obviously the ability to get the strikeout factors in.
Just cannot figure out the timing on these fastballs.
And they get the lead
Ugh.
in the 7th. Digging in,
The catcher, number 4.
this guy with
Shea
big-time power and an elite
Langoliers.
defender. Now a screamer
Get
into the
up.
outfield.
Oh, man. This sucks, dude. That was a great swing. We'll go... I guess we go Castellanos. He has to leave Hader in, and we're down by 1. I think this is the right time.
Pinch hit. Nick
Trying to get something going for him
Castellanos.
with 2 away.
Pinch hitting. Nick
Interesting. Wow. This is actually a crazy move.
And with 2 outs, they'll go
I hope I punish this so hard, man. Putting the go-ahead run on base just to not pitch to Nick.
pitch, and that's in for a strike.
That's wild.
He's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on. Driving into a
And we instantly punish. Oh, my lord. I think he just made the biggest mistake of the game there, dude. Wow. That intentional walk was bonkers, and it did not pay off at all. That is insane. We're able to punish him on that. Dude, Brujan has played insane for me, honestly. He's hit so many more bombs than you would think with his power numbers. Crazy, dude. We're able to go down and get that slider, take the lead right back. I am hyped and rejuvenated and still lining out to the infield with Foscue. Wow. Now we got to go to the other side of it, which is, can we keep the lead with our pitching? This is turning into a wild one. I should definitely use Duran instead of Ottavino next. I like using high velo guys kind of after finesse guys, so like Miller into Cishek goes from high velo to finesse. And then if I wanted to keep a righty in, I would then go to Duran, which is going back to velocity. This is something I've talked about in many videos, but helps keep your opponent honest.
now batting. Third baseman. Rafael Devers.
Still seems like he's got a pretty fast bat, especially with lefties up. I want to steal a strike here and then tunnel the slider at his feet. This is exactly the sequence I wanted to see. Him taking that pitch was huge. Beautiful tunneling. I don't know. I think we got him rattled a little bit. It's a rattling thing to happen. Trying to pitch around Castellanos and then giving it up to Brujan. Crazy stuff. Not out of the inning though yet. Again, tunneling. Definitely wanted that off the plate. That was a really good swing from him. And I think we just slammed Britton next at bat. This is too big of a spot. We'll check his bench as well. See if he might pinch hit. So this is Hendrick. So we'll pause, press square. Press R1 to look at his bench. His bench has Cruz, Kiner, Goldschmidt. So he's got 2 outfielders that hit right-handed that he could counter with here. So this is a really tough spot for us. Both Cruz and Kiner play terrible defense, though. So long term, that may actually help us. He's got Yoelki on deck. I probably wouldn't want to pinch around if he countered. This is a tough call. I think I am going to go to Britton. I think he's going to counter, and I think it's good for me if he does. Assuming I get the out, obviously. If he takes the lead on a bomb, it's going to suck. So we'll see what he does here. He is leaving Hendrick in. Okay. This is very often why I talk about, like, a lot of people on the tier list, too, are like, why don't you have Nelson Cruz on the bench? Because I want guys on my bench that can come in and hit in a spot like this, right? He probably doesn't want to pinch hit for Hendrick because he knows his outfielders suck defensively. But if he had someone like Luis Robert, just as an example, on the bench, that would be a lot smoother play for him. In fact, it'd be an upgrade defensively, and he'd get the matchup. So personally, I don't like having guys like Cruz on the bench because I want them to be able to come in if I need them to for an actual guy in my starting lineup. I think there's a lot of missed opportunities, like what our opponent just had there, when your bench bats are just bench bats. What do I want to do here in the 8th? Cespedes, pinch hitter, Springer. We just threw Britton for 1 at bat, so. And honestly, Duran might be pretty bad against this guy, considering how much he's been sitting 4-seam against Miller. So I'm actually going to pivot, and I think I'm going to go to Williams instead. We'll leave Devers in here as well. He's 2 for 2. Why not? Didn't really want to fly out first pitch, but I was late. I still need to take good at-bats here. This game is not over by any means. That was kind of a throwaway that I couldn't really afford there. Leaving Hader in against Stanton.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for.
Try to go the other way there. Bit too late. This is typically like a changeup slider spot. Blew it by us. That is not a pitch that was on my radar. Good sequence.
He's turned into one of the best shortstops in the game. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. And now the lefty.
Dang, just off of that one. We go scoreless in the 8th. I don't like this position. In the 9th, we really need to hit, like, very badly. Hopefully Devin can come through for us here. Also, I definitely wanted to go Devin because he's my most reliable high leverage reliever. And this is the spot that I want him in the most. This is a huge inning. And judging by that first swing, it seems like not going with Duran might be the move. His bat's just way too fast. I think that was a great read. We'd be basically throwing it right into his bat speed with a guy that throws as hard as Duran does. Let's try to get him to chase high. This is good against short people like Cespedes. Hopefully he doesn't hit it out. That's fine. He just threw it for show. Nice. I love the front door cutter against righties with Williams because it tunnels well with the 4-seam, and his cutter's so much slower. This is Stott off the bench, which is his last lefty, which is definitely worth noting. Should this game go to extras or something, he only has right-handed hitters on the bench from now on. So that is definitely something worth taking note of.
Comes up empty on the swing, 0-2 now. The next offering misses. Down 1 and 2.
Beautiful swing, honestly. Sat back on that changeup so well. Lucky out number 2 for us. Probably a frustrating result for him. Can we get Springer out? He's 1 for 3.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
May have to gas this guy up with a 4-seam at some point. Seems like he's really slowed his bat speed down. I don't want to do it 0-2 though, it's too obvious. See if he chases this just in case. He did not. We'll run a cutter up and away, and then we'll go inside if he takes it. He had great timing on that, but is off the plate, and he lines out. We're on to the 9th, so our win condition here is scoring. We need runs. Any amount of run support is going to be gigantic. Taking note of our opponent's bench as well. I don't think he has any righties. He's for sure platooning Rizzo and Goldschmidt, so going lefty next inning's probably bad. With the way he has his platoon set up and the part of the order that we're in, we're facing a bad matchup, 2 of the 3 hitters listed, regardless of what we do. And I think Rizzo versus a righty is a lot less scary than Goldschmidt versus a lefty. So that means we're going to go with a righty next inning. And judging by how fast our opponent's bat has been, I think Hoffman's the guy for the job. Against C-Shack, especially right on right, I'm always looking sinker inside. I just, for some reason, cannot figure it out this game. These are pitches that I usually crush. And this game, I'm either just off of the timing or just off on the PCI. Man.
The center fielder.
And what a two-way player. Not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. Up the middle. To first.
Not what you want to see.
Running out of chances to pad the lead.
The catcher, number
Here's the
4.
catcher, Shea Langoliers. 1 for 3.
That was a great swing, too. Unfortunately, we hit it right at him. We do not get any run support. Although, we didn't actually get to our pitcher's spot, so we can actually stick with Devin Williams here, which I think is kind of huge. We kind of dominated him last inning. So we're going to ride with our guy for the last inning here. I don't want to go fastball out here. That's what I usually go. But I did it last time, so we'll try to mix it up. We'll throw it now. Hopefully Gunnar doesn't tag us again. That would be so sad. Okay, he was late. This is a huge spot.
Might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out.
Backdoor cutter's really strong here against this guy too, with how fast his bat is, but we're gonna bury a changeup and see if he bites, and he did in fact bail us out there and bite. So huge out number 1.
The first baseman, Anthony.
Ooh, this is intense.
Rizzo swings through it for strike 1.
It's a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative.
This is a great setup for a backdoor cutter if we get there. That caught way too much of the plate. That was very lucky.
0-2 now.
See if he takes this for strike 3 here. Oh, fouled it off. Absolutely perfect location.
1-run game here in the ninth.
Unfortunate.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Great take. We'll cut her up and in again since he flailed at the last one. Again, the fast bat speed. And we get him to swing through it. 3 strikeouts for Devin. It comes down to Foscue. And just for a mix-up, because I know this guy's pressing so much, we are going to go fastball for his pitch here. This looks crazy, but I think he's going to be late. He was late. Unfortunately, fouls it off. Ooh. If he would have just popped that out or something, that would have been huge. Alright, what do I throw here? Do I think he chases a changeup again? I don't. He may chase a screwball, though. Oh, how did he not go there, man? Nice. We get him to swing through it. Man, not my best offensive performance by any means. And our opponent's one mistake of the intentional walk literally cost him the game because it would have just been a 2-2 game. Bobby Miller getting player of the game and catching the win. 6 innings, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, and the 2 earned runs just coming from the 1 Gunnar Henderson bomb. We are at 884. We're continuing this series of us pitching with the Future Stars starting pitchers, so I hope you guys enjoyed the Bobby Miller episode and you learned something. Take care until next time. We'll see you guys later.